Okay, so fuck everyone. Uh, Here's the thing about. Oh, hold on. Black culture. So, black culture is not the concept of the history of black people, it's the concept of the color of skin protecting itself. Meaning they don't care about the idea of humanity, they care about the idea of being a human, well, first being black and then being a human. And so, what this means is they're not participating in shared psychology, shared politics, shared existence because they only look out for the survival of the skin color being black. Now, something else that this culture did, it raped and molested children to advance its political agenda. I was one of those children. I was one of the kids that was making it look wrong, and so it raped and molested me to humiliate me because of how it is, because of how retarded it is. Now, at the same time that they were doing this, they will cry victim and attack you for things that they are also doing. And this is actually a strategy. They will choose the concept of being victimized in order to use a guilt complex to stall you while they attack you so that you can't kill them or defend yourself. It's a real thing they do. And this is the last thing. They don't care about white people. Therefore, white people don't have to care about them. And remember, all the excuses that they're going to use here, just the concept of being victimized so that you have to hold yourself back via guilt complex. That's all it is. So chew through that. Fuck them. Fuck them niggas. Go ahead. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about cat strategy because I just fucking hate cats now. So cats cannot justify existence. Therefore, they are an illogical occurrence. So eventually when they dead end because they can't explain what's happening, they need to use new character concepts to justify continuing, to justify survival. This is often when they strategically start getting pregnant and having children. Now the way this works is, if they're pregnant and if they're mothers and parents, during that time, you cannot attack them without attacking the concept of your own species' mothers and pregnancies. And they do this purposely. And so now as a mother, hold on, I was mad when I wrote this. Doesn't need to explain why it exists and why you need to help it, because now if you don't, you're not helping the concept of a mother, and now all of our mothers, human mothers, are in danger. Also, they are often choosing to be cute because we often associate being cute with being innocent. And if we harm innocence, then we lose the concept of innocence. If we choose to kill the concept of innocence, then we lose that concept. And the less innocent we are, the more that we kill innocence, the more corrupt we become. And the more corrupt we become, the more we all deserve to die as a species. Okay. All right, now this is the human strategy. Humans also cannot justify everything without a ball rolling argument, meaning they cannot justify their existence as it is. They can only respond to what's happening. Now that means at the same time, they also meet dead ends, that they need new concepts to justify. Now this is your teen pregnancies. This is your mothers, your hardworking, you're providing, all those concepts to justify existence. But this is also when cut and cuck races start. And the point of cut and cut races, the reason it's happening is we're all illogical, but who's more right? And so this is when physiological strategies occur. And physiological strategies are, even though I got my money from stealing it, I have more money than this guy. Logicate, that means I'm more successful than this guy, so I must be right. Boom. So now non-precedent acknowledging occurrence is used as a strategy for constantly being able to survive and gain from the environment. Now here's the thing about humans. Humans cannot justify occurrence. They can't, because they need to rely on something that they refuse to accept because they have to fucking thank me for it. So because of this, I was held back because I thought that if I killed humans, then I killed myself because I am also a human. But I realized I can actually justify and understand what's happening. And so this separates me from that concept and puts me in the category of being God, of literally being fucking God. And so, oh no, this is a note that I was making for myself. Here, this note is saying, I can do anything and everything, but you guys are using ball-rolling illogical concepts to attack me and put your mass into, which is caused by the fact that in this physical state of existence, which I'm currently tearing apart, you can't cope with anything that occurs outside of your ability to explain what's happening, yet your source of explanation, the point at which you're measuring from, is already illogical. So that's very fucking useless to me. So every time I can do something, you guys use your illogical concepts to break it apart and are pretty much putting your physical lives at risk by saying that I can't attack you just because you feel the way you feel, when you're purposely putting yourself in positions that sort of travel along the physical network to distract me, to fuck me over, to make it harder for no reason. So fuck you, nigga. All right. Here's something that people do. This is a strategy that is concept sneaking. It's pretty much whenever somebody wants something to happen and they're choosing the concept, but they're doing it privately so that you can't call them out and disprove it. Now they'll choose it a little bit, and as the timeline goes on, it'll be pushed more and more in the physical, social, ideological occurrence. And so at this point, someone choosing it, it's just a very thin line of thinking. It's just it's a thought that'll pass your mind for a second, and you'll be like, what the fuck, or whatever. And then at this point, once they continue going, as they put more time, more mass into it, even though it's illogical for them to do so, they keep doing it, therefore more time equals mass. Now it's turning into less of a thin little tick and more of a frustration and confusion. Why does this keep happening? What is this for? And what is this right here? And once they keep going, the mass becomes more irritated, and then it adds pressure. Now there's pressure combined with the frustration pushes you more into doing it. It pushes you now not only are you confused about it, now you're sort of being pushed into doing it. And once they have enough time and mass into it, then they use scramble. And scramble is pretty much, it doesn't matter if it's logical, it's happening anyway. Now they combine this with shared occurrence and all that other stuff, and so at this point they just decide that you're doing it, physically line themselves up that you're doing it, and in some way, because you're confused and pressured, you go along with it as outside of your will. Now, at this point, if you fight hard enough, you can pretty much outsmart it and outnavigate it. I've done it several times. But here, they'll just make you do it anyway. And then once they start, they'll release it. And this little private concept that they were slowly sneaking out, as it becomes the flesh that they're moving with. Meaning here, they have to hide it so it's not what they're acting out publicly. It's not what they're doing publicly. They're keeping it to themselves in their mind. The more that they think it, the more they act it out publicly. The more they think it out loud, the more they say it out loud. And so at this point, once they've gotten you to do it anyway, that's when they let go and say all of it out loud and act on the concept. Because here, they wanted you to be something, and here they can now say and act as if you are that because of all of the time that they put into creating it. Okay. Here's fuck you guys. So here's what's happening. So if I was to take everybody that chose the concept of raping me, of killing me, of getting my hands dirty so that I couldn't call them out, anyone who chose the concept of being against me, and put them all into a giant mass and just fucking just clear that shit. Oh my God, no, fuck you guys. If I was to do that, it would put you all together, keep you all in one place. It'd be very quick, very, very fucking ruthless, and I would enjoy it, okay? But here's the thing. You guys are all spread out amongst the seeming chaos of society. And these concepts here, they're also being hidden by other concepts like hardworking man, mother, kid, brother, sister, all that dumb shit, right? And here's the thing. Over time, I'm going to study these concepts, and that's what's already been happening. I study these concepts, and I figure out how to get to this concept without violating any of the other concepts, such as mother, child, friend, someone who wants to protect himself, all that stuff. Because if I kill any of those concepts, well, then a mother's going to get hurt. If I accidentally kill someone while they're saying that they're a mother, then a mother's going to get hurt. That means mothers can get killed. My mother's put in danger as a result. And I already fucking warned you. You don't fucking go there, okay? I have this shit beyond what you're willing to admit. And at that point, I'm going to just start saying that you don't need to know things for me to fucking kill you, all right? And that's where we already are at this point. So what's going to happen is, it's going to seem like random news articles, random occurrences, because it took me some time to get through all the concepts that you guys are using to distract the fucking fact that you all chose to try and get me killed because you didn't like what I was saying, even though it's right. And so randomly, someone's just going to die, and it's going to look like a natural event. It's going to look like a natural event, a car crash, a fall, a fucking deathbed death. It doesn't fucking matter. And it's going to happen randomly over time, and it's going to look like news articles. But it's this. That's what this is. It's this happening. I'm doing this right now. That's what I'm doing. But it's just happening slowly over time because you guys don't want to see it compressed, and you think that if you spread it out, you've got room to pretend that it's not happening. But that's what this is. It's happening. No matter what the fuck you do. Okay, I fucking warned you people too many fucking times, and I was doing everything right. I was doing it the right way. I was doing wouldn't it be cooler if you actually convinced everybody to do the right thing instead of being ruthless this time? Yeah, it would have been cooler, but they fucking purposely chose to go against that. So fuck these niggas, and fuck every single fucking one of them too. Okay. Last thing I'm going to do is attack Christianity, because fuck Christianity. So the thing about Christianity, the thing that got me killed, the thing that got me raped and molested, is that Christians could not justify where God came from, which means that they were ultimately just a ball-rolling argument. And because they couldn't justify anything, they became aggressive, hence the molestation and the rape and the getting my hands dirty with them. So here's what happens. Because, wait, hold on, I gotta read this because I was mad. Can't or choose can't or else for us to be can't. Oh yeah, this God, the Christian God, can't do everything or anything, which is what you guys were selling, because if they could, we wouldn't be flawed and there wouldn't be any conflict. That is an argument that you cannot deny. And the way you deny it is by saying that God has a plan outside of our comprehension. But all you're pretty much doing is taking this real discussion of things that we need to understand and saying, yeah, it occurs in this space that nobody understands. And that's just how God works. So we don't need to explain it anymore. But you fucking do, because I fucking explained this whole fucking thing away. Now here's what happens. Like I said, they become physically aggressive. They start molesting. They start attacking. That's what the Crusades were. They were going around fucking raping and killing people because I mean, at that time, I think it was just white people. That's all I think it was. I literally think that's all it was. But here's the thing. They start using a logical mass, which is pretty much what I was saying earlier, the human strategy. It doesn't matter how this is occurring, and without logical precedent, it must mean this concept. That's all they do. So fuck the Christian God, because the Christian God isn't real and can't fucking hurt me. The dumbasses that believe in it can fucking try, but I promise you, you're already in hot shit with me, and you don't want to make it fucking worse.